We are now on our roster page. This is where you go to do all the things. Okay, I will quickly explain all of these buttons and features that are available as a primary or secondary coordinator. Okay, the Manage CEO CAO button, that is to assign a Chief Executive Officer and also a Chief Advancement Officer. Manage coordinators. This is the button you will use to assign secondary coordinators. You can have multiple secondary coordinators. They have the permission to add and remove people from the roster. The Manage subscriptions button is for anyone if they prefer to have the printed edition of Currents magazine. There is a certain number available with each membership that can be assigned there. You can just sign them up here and the printed version will be sent to their address. And lastly, the Add New Individual button. This is the one we are going to use to add people onto the roster. So for example, Dorothy is needing to register her colleague Blanche to go to a conference. We're going to click the Add New Individual button. This will take us to this screen. This is basically a search menu. It's going to check our entire database to make sure Blanche does not have an existing account with Case, either with a former employer that may or have been a Case member. Okay. And for this, you'll just need to put in their first and last name and hit the search button. Okay, and if we scroll down a little, you will see right here, Blanche does not have any existing accounts. And we're going to make sure this blue button is selected and hit continue. On this page, we are just going to fill out Blanche's information. We'll put in her email address. And her title. Okay. When you select the primary area of responsibility, this is mostly to notify our marketing team if there's any publications or things of interest in that area, they will send them to Blanche. Okay, and then the address, the institution's address will automatically populate here. If it is different, you can change it at this time, or Blanche can log in later and change it herself. And then phone number, if you'd like to add one. Okay, and the role, Blanche is an employee, so that will just stay the same. And then we are going to click Save, and this will add Blanche onto our roster. Okay, if this pops up, it's just saying it can't find the address, but we're just going to bypass that and hit the Continue button. Okay, and then Blanche has been successfully added to the roster. If you'd like to add another person, you can click Add Another, or you can click the Return to Roster button to return to the roster. And that is how you add someone onto the roster.